What you're about to experience are my opinions and truths. I'm suggesting they're possibilities for you to consider, in which you can then come up with your own logical conclusions. And hello everyone, welcome once again. My name is Logan and this is Decode Your Reality. Today we're doing one on the acquittal of Donald John Trump. Today is February 5th, 2020, and he was acquitted, of course. I think everybody knew that was coming. So let's decode this, folks. I have some pertinent information that will knock your socks off. If you haven't seen my impeachment video, I'd suggest pausing this and going to check it out in my collection of videos. I did that back on December 18th, but it'll give you a little bit of a connecting point of what's about to come in this one. So my methods of decoding, as most of you know, I use numerology, the spoken word. I take the outcomes of these ciphers. There's these main ciphers. If you're new to this, folks, you got to do a little bit of research. But I mean, this one is using the numbers 1 through 26, A through Z. This one uses the numbers 1 through 9. And this one uses the numbers 1 through 8. This one I find is the most valuable because it works on phonetics. The spoken word through the vibration and matching the same letters that have the same vibrations. This is the most accurate one, I feel. But nonetheless, all of these other ones lead to the same origins. We can take the outcomes of these and bring it into alchemy, the Royal Society of Chemistry, the periodic table. If you haven't seen this since high school, well, this is where it's at when it comes to decoding, folks. You can take the outcomes and bring it into this and match up the numbers, and all these elements have pictures to them. You can decode those. You can find out who discovered them, what year they were discovered in, the latitude, longitude of the city they were discovered in. There's a lot of different ways you can decode and get a better idea of what's running this matrix reality. I also like to use the Native American medicine cards, the tarot cards. There's 52 cards matching the 52 weeks of the year. Those give us a picture of what's going on. I also like to use, this is my friend Sharon's website, starofthemagi.com. I like to use the cards of illumination, or the cards of destiny as she likes to call them. Today, February 5th, is a 7 of Spades day. This is the day that Donald John Trump was acquitted. 7 of Spades. 7 means, the mystical 7. Has a lot of great significance. I also like to use the tarot cards to give us another aspect to consider from. Pictures, symbols. We have words, we have Roman numerals on here, and these match up with numerology. If you do a lot of decoding, man, this is an essential piece. And then also today I'm going to be using the Hebrew calendar because it's different from the Gregorian. Notice this is the date today, but in the Hebrew it's converted into this day right here. We're going to get into all that stuff today. So I thought this was very fitting, folks, to start this thing off. I mean, talk about putting it in your face right away. I'm going to digress and say that man is not running the show when it comes to the governments. It's not running religion. It's not running movies. It's not running music. It's not man doing all of it, folks. Man has a hand in it, yes, but they're being used. Man is being used. We are being used for something we cannot see. And it's just, most people want to blame and put the blame on a character. Like maybe the devil did it. Maybe the devil's doing it. But is there something that's more to the story than just putting the blame on on that character or characters? And that's what we're told. Story sounds good. But man is not doing this, folks. No way. If you're a decoder, these outcomes, there's no way man could sit down and do all of them. Sports is rigged. There's no way man is doing the rigging. They have a hand in it, but they're not behind the scenes pulling the strings. Something outside of our existence that we can't see. December 18th is the day of the impeachment. It's the 352nd day of the year. February 5th today is the 36th day of the year. 35236. 35236. Look at the outcomes that we get. a triple master 1, and of course the number of time travel. 88, Chronos. 88, Ra. Big titles to this number right here. Father Time. So the impeachment and the acquittal. Impeachment, acquitted. That's what happened with Trump. These two words equal the number 74, which is the mirror of the 47, which is the tetragrammaton. 74 plus 47 is 121. That is the all-seeing eye of Horus. Now we're getting into Egyptian history. Impeachment is 45, acquitted is 29. Bringing in the Native American cards, the blue herons, the 45th card, the badgers, the 29th. When we do the numerology on those two titles, we get the number 74, matching that of the 74 right here. Super strong correlations right here, folks. You also get the number 137 in the English ordinal. That is the 33rd prime number. I mean, this is huge, folks. I mean, Jesus was crucified at the age of 33. The word Jesus equals 74. So again, who is running this shit show in Washington? You think it's all these people? They're all actors. They're all playing out their roles, just like you are. Here are the dates through the Hebrew calendar. December 18, 2019, this would be the Hebrew equivalent. You can do the conversions on your own. I showed you the calculator. Here's the acquittal date through the Hebrew. So 66 and 53. I spelled impeachment wrong. 66 and 53 equal number 119. As in 911. How's that possible, folks? Man's not doing it. Look at the master numbers on these through numerology. Here is the impeachment. December 18th, 2019, impeachment. 111. February 5th, 2020, acquitted. Master number 88. I just showed those right here. The timestamps of the impeachment and acquittal on the Gregorian calendar. How is that possible? This strengthens the story, by the way. It makes it super strong. This is getting energy, folks. It is feeding something beyond our reality and comprehension. I mean, look at this, another one. Doing it through the digits. 2/5/2020 acquitted, 111. Matching the 111. How about the alchemy aspects? Here's the impeachment date on the Hebrew calendar. Here's the acquittal date on the Hebrew calendar, 66 and 53. Here is the elements, matching that up with 66 and 53. Keep in mind, Donald John Trump equals the number 66. So this is one of his elements. Keep in mind as well, there's 66 books in the Bible. Revelation is the 66th book. And in that book, it talks about the trumpets being blown. The angels blowing trumpets. Trumpets being blown. Do you understand that? Trumpets being blown. See, folks, these people, before they were even born, were already placed in the positions that they're in right now, folks. That's the way it works. I know it may be a tough pill to swallow, but there's no other logical explanation for it when you get all these outcomes and you see the writings in these books and literature. And then, of course, things being predicted on television shows. And how's that possible? The alchemy of these two, through the timestamps of the impeachment and the acquittal, over to the trusty calculator, we get 290833. Through numerology, when we say 290833, we get the number 114. 114 is huge because 114 is tied to the element indium. It only has one atomic weight, which is 114. 49 is huge, folks, because the title Zeus, which was coined by the Greeks, the planet Jupiter, Jesus, Zeus, that equals 49, matching that of the 49th element, which matches the 114. Going further to cement this, to strengthen this, the 49th card is the salmon card. Does that mean Jesus is a salmon? No, but it shows you through numerology, it strengthens the story. Salmon is 74, just like the word Jesus is 74. It all goes back to the Zeus, which goes back to the 49, which goes back to the alchemical elements we got, the outcome we got, through the timestamp in the Hebrew calendar. So it all has a chain of commands. This guy is not running Washington. Do you think perhaps this character has a say in anything? You think it's kind of maybe having its hand in running the show? Here are the cards of illumination tied into the impeachment and the acquittal. December 18th was the impeachment date. That is the King of Hearts. The February 5th today is the Seven of Spades. How do I get those cards? Well, here's the chart right here, folks. This is the boilerplate chart for the cards of illumination, the cards of destiny. Here are your months, and then here are your days of the months, 1 through 31. Your birthday's in here. We have several cards, but December 18th is the impeachment date. That's the King of Hearts right there. February 5th is the Seven of Spades, the acquittal date, the acquittal card. That's where I'm getting these cards like that from. Now, Hearts is the first suit. There are 13 cards per suit, so the King's the last card. He would be the 13th card. Spades is one of the last suits, and that is the 46th card. This is how we say this in numerology. 7 spades, King Hearts. Right there. Look at the outcomes through numerology, folks. English ordinal, we get a 241. 241 is huge because it's the 53rd prime number. Who is running the impeachment and the acquittal? 53 is iodine. Iodine is the yod, as in yod-he, vahe. Through the full reduction, we get another 88 again, and 88 is, that's Father Time, time travel. Marty McFly got the DeLorean to 88 miles an hour to time travel. Travel through time. We're all traveling through time right now. 88th element is radium. Notice its abbreviation. It's the only one of its kind. Ra. Perhaps signifying the Egyptian deity Ra, the sun deity Ra. Is that who's running the show? I mean, this would be a subordinate because it's 53 below the 88. Notice the numbers in its weights. This is 126. This is 226. This has 100 points on this one. So if we're going from, top dog, if we're going from a heavier, well, radium obviously would be a higher aspect than iodine. So is the Yod-He Vahe Ra? Are they one and the same character? It's very, very possible. Or are they two separate characters? 79 is the outcome through Chaldean. That's gold. And folks, like I said, this whole trial took so much energy. That energy's going somewhere. I've said it before. I keep saying it. We are being used for food. Not physically, but energetically. And when you put all your energy, when you put a massive amount of your life into the government and paying attention to their shit show, paying attention to their stupid movie, they suck you in, and that energy that your eyeballs are on, what you're talking to your friends at work, that energy's going somewhere. It's feeding something. And of course, alchemy is turning lead into gold. We're lead, and we want to ascend and release the physical body, go back through to the spirit. That's ascension, turning lead into gold. Are we being harvested for our gold? It's very possible. Again, Chronos, this is the Greeks. Coined Saturn. Saturn is Chronos. This has got antiquity. It's older than the word Saturn. Saturn came after Chronos. That equals the number 88 again, folks, and there it is. So is it Father Time running the show? Is Ra Chronos? Is Chronos the iodine, the yod? And is Chronos the father of Jupiter? The son and the father. Is that who's running Washington? Certainly looks like that, folks. Going to the animal cards now. The 13th card was the King of Hearts. Well, it's the Coyote card, the 13th. That was the impeachment. The raccoon's the 46th with the Acquittal. When you break these down through numerology, coyote and raccoon becomes 55 and 152. 55 is the four faces of God, as talked about in Ezekiel 1 verses 10, the ox, lion, eagle, man. This is astrology, by the way, folks. So if you like your Bible, that's great, but the Bible is astrology, which is what you're told to stay away from, but it's astrology. So it's kind of a big catch-22. But nonetheless, it's astrology, folks. These are the four fixed signs. You know, these are the four fixed signs, and that's what you're getting for the acquittal and the impeachment process. 152 is tied to the element europium. It has an atomic weight of 152. That's the 63rd element, and 63 is the Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh through the English ordinal. So again, who's running Washington? Who's the ox, lion, eagle, man? Who's the one that you call God, that you pray to? Who is it? It's running the governments, I can tell you that. Here's the actual elements that are tied to the days of the impeachment and the acquittal. December 18th, argon, 18th element. February 5th, 5 is boron. Notice the weight of boron, 119. The only one of its kind. 5 is in the middle of your dial pad and calculator. It collects a lot of energy. Very, very big number. When you go over to the trusty calculator and you add up these, and now we're going to alchemy, we end up getting 50971. 50 is the standout because it's linked to the element tin, which is linked to Jupiter, which is linked to Saturn. Jupiter is Jesus. 50 through numerology becomes 106. 106 is silver, which is 47. 47 is the tetragrammaton. The tetragrammaton. 247, which is what 50971 is. 247 becomes 183. 183 is tied to the 74th element, tungsten. The word Jesus equals 74, folks. You see how you just got to go a little bit, you got to peel back the onion. And you can see it. You can start to see a picture of what's running this world. You know, what's running the governments. And that includes all the corruptness in there, folks. You think the corruptness is the devil or Satan. That's what you were taught to be, you know, to be expressing. Oh, that's the devil. That's the bad side of the government. The good side, oh no, that's God. There's no separation, folks. Here is the actual timestamp of the impeachment and the acquittal. It's a span of 50 days. Once again, we're going over it. We pulled this through alchemy. That's why this is so valuable, folks. Alchemy. Right there are the weights. There is the outcome, and there is the 50. Again, tin, Jupiter, Saturn, tungsten, Jesus, tetragrammaton. So who do you think's running this whole entire process? Some of you think Trump's here to save the day. Some of you think he's the good guy. Of course he's a good guy. We're all good people, right? We all have good and bad traits in us. But I can assure you the boss he works for the same boss that you praise and pray to and all that stuff. There's no separation of the church and the government. None. That's why churches are incentivized by opening up more churches through the 501c3, because they can indoctrinate you more and they can suck your energy. So what is it you saw during this presentation? I appreciate all of you that support my research. You know, obviously, you know, this is a passion of mine, but without you, I'm only one set of eyes, so I'm very grateful for the things that you expand on, or the originating things that you show. Because a lot of my work is through you guys and gals. So what is it that you see? on all this. Maybe this is the first time you're seeing all these blending together, all these layers coming together. You know, but they all play tribute. They all play a role in our matrix. You know? But, I mean, these are strong tie-ins here. Very strong. Look at these master numbers. It's ridiculous. Well, I'm going to leave it on this one right here, folks. I mean, that says it all. My name is Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thanks for watching.